What is the difference between traditional IRA and Roth IRA? Traditional does what? Taxed what? Is it now or is it later? This is where a lot of people made their mistakes on their quiz. So look at this little image. There it is. Okay, so traditional, you get a tax break now. So you don't get taxed until later. Roth IRA, you get taxed now, pay less. Say again? No, like you pay taxes on it. Yeah. Okay, so traditional, you're taxed now. I'm sorry. Traditional is your tax when you're 65 or taxed later. Okay. Roth, you're going to be taxed now. Okay. The reason why this is good is because it's at a lower rate rather than when you hit $1 million and then you get taxed on $1 million. Think about your tax brackets. Where would you fall? At the really high level, right? So why would you pick a Roth IRA over a traditional IRA? Go ahead. So look at this image. You get a tax break up and pay no taxes on the money you put in until you withdraw it. So when you pull it out at the end, that's when you're going to pay taxes for traditional. Roth is we're paying them now so that we don't have to pay it when we're old. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, a lot of us got it flip-flopped on our quiz. Okay. All right. So why would you pick a Roth over a traditional? Okay, so you're taxed at a lower rate now than when you make a ton later. Okay. Okay. Defined benefit plan versus a defined contribution plan. What's a contribution plan? What are examples of it? 401k, the 453, sorry, 457, and the 403b, the benefit plan. Okay. All right. Joshua makes 83,000 as a paramedic instructor and would like to have 75% at retirement. He expects a 4.5% annual rate of return from his retirement plan. How much should he save before retiring? Okay, so how do we figure this one out? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we're going to multiply the right-hand side and then divide by 0.045. So he should have saved up 1,383,333.33. Remember to round to two decimal places. Some of y'all have been doing some crazy rounding. Okay. Jada just graduated from college and she to be fixed, has decided to open a retirement account that pays 2.5% interest compounded monthly. If she has a direct deposit of $100 per month into the account, how much will she have in the account in 50 years? So we're going to use our little formula for this guy. Okay. And so you're going to plug this in. You're going to go G times 1 plus R divided by N raised to the NT. Make sure that you use 2 parentheses minus 1 divided by R divided by N. Okay. So you're going to go in. You're going to type all that junk into there. What was the rate? Like 0.025. And it's monthly, and we're doing it for 50 years. And she initially put in $100. Okay. Yeah, biggest mistake that people make is they put the formula in the calculator wrong. Right? So I got 119,318.76. Questions on that one? Okay. Mike works as a contractor and makes $95,000 with $30,000 bonus for his team if they finish the job early. In 2019, the maximum taxable income for Social Security tax is $137,000. If Social Security is 6.2% of your eligible wages, how much did Mike pay in Social Security taxes? So, first things first, you need to add 95 plus 30. 95,000 plus 30,000. And what does that give me? 125,000. Okay. All right. Now we're going to multiply, since this is lower than 137,000, we're going to multiply 0.062. So this information really didn't apply to this problem. If it was over 137, then we would stop at 137. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. No. Yeah. All right. So 125,000 times 0.062, and that's going to give me 7,750. Andrea's full Social Security retirement benefit is 1,790. She started collecting Social Security benefits at age 65, so her benefits are reduced by 15.3%. What will her monthly benefit be? So the full Social Security benefit, the full Social Security benefit is 1,790, right? So if we take that and we multiply it by 0.153, that's how much she's losing. 0.3. Try that again. 1790. 1790. So this is how much they're losing. Yeah. Then we're going to subtract it from that 1790. And that's going to be 1,516.13. I wish this problem would have told us specifically if that was her monthly or if that was her yearly. I'm assuming that's monthly, though. It would be crazy if that was yearly. Okay. Questions on that? That was the other frequently missed question on your quiz. Okay, have you started on 8, 9, 10? Are you ready? Okay. All right, let's talk about 8. You must earn 40 Social Security credits to earn benefits when you retire. The maximum amount you can earn each year is 4 credits. In 2022, you earn 1 Social Security for every 1,240 in covered earnings each year. If you earn 335 per month, how many credits did you earn that year? So we're going to take 335 and multiply it by 12. That's going to give us 4,020. Now, for every 1,240, you earn a credit. So we're going to divide that by 1,240. And that gives us 3.24. So that's how many credits they earned. All right, go ahead and take a moment. If you have not done 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way through the vocab, go ahead and try that now. Okay, so on number 9, it says you must earn 40 Social Security credits to earn benefits when you retire. Maximum amount you can earn each year is 4 credits. In 2021, you earn 1 Social Security credit every 1130 in covered earning each year. If you earn 560 per month, how many credits did you earn that year? So we're going to do 560 times 12. And that's going to give us 6,720. And we're going to divide that by 1130. By 1130. That's going to give you 5.95. But remember, you can only earn 4 years or 4 credits max. So the answer is 4. Okay. Some of y'all made a mistake on your quiz with that. All right. Ayana's employer offers a pension plan that is a product of the career's average of her salaries while working there as an EMT, the number of service, and 1.85 multiplier. She calculates the average of her 16 years to be 56,000. On your test, this question is going to give you that she has like 3 different averages, or I'm sorry, 3 different accounts or amounts each year. Then you have to find the average. You're going to add them up and then divide by 3. That's what the question is going to ask you to do. So they don't give it to you. You have to find it. And then now we're going to answer the question. So 56,000 times 0.0185 times 16. And that's going to give me 16,576. But is this her monthly pension or is this her yearly pension? Okay, right. So divide by 12. And that's going to give me 1,381.33. Yeah, got to pay attention to, is it annual? Is it monthly? Okay. You just got to really ask yourself, like, is it reasonable for somebody to be making $16,000 in a month? Probably not. Especially as an EMT, probably not. Do y'all know what EMTs are? Okay. It's close. Look it up. That's perfect. If you ever heard the word paramedic, very similar, little different certification. What'd you find out, Charles? Okay, emergency medical technician. Okay. The difference between an EMT and a paramedic is 2 years of schooling. So, yeah. Okay. I would rather have a paramedic than an EMT. All right. On number 11, Steve worked for Chevrolet Industries for 18 years. His company offered him a flat amount of $42 each year of service at his monthly pension package. After 1 year, he was notified that 3.15% cost of living adjustment. So we're going to do 42 times 0.0315. 42 times 0.0315. That's 1.323. We're going to add that to the original amount. And that's going to give us 43.323. So he's going to make 43 bucks each year. Yeah, I'm sorry, each month. Yeah, that would sound terrible. Okay. Andrew worked for Virtual Properties for 25 years. Andrew's employer offers an annual pension benefit of 1.5% of his career salary times the number of years he worked. Andrew's last 3 years of employment were 60,000, 70,000, 75,000. What was his annual pension? So you've got to find the average of these three numbers. So you're going to add them up and then divide by 3. What do you get? $68,000. Okay. So that's his average. Now we're going to take that, we're going to multiply it by the multiplier, and we're going to multiply it times his number of years of service. So 68,333.33 times 0.015 times 25. That's going to give us 25,624.99. We can round this up to 25. Okay. All right. The definitions that you need to know are in those boxes. You need to know whether or not they are taxed, or they are taxed now or taxed later, and whether they are coming from the government or whether they're coming from an individual. So like 401ks you buy into, right? Okay. So I want to give you a little bit of time. Write out your definitions. You got to know what each one of these are, and you can't put them in like complicated terms. Okay. So you're going to fill in that little box with the definition, whether it's tax deferred, and who is it coming from, the government or the employee. Okay, there's only a couple of definitions, so should take you maybe 12 minutes max, and then we'll talk about it briefly. Okay, go ahead and get started on so some things I think are important for your test. You can spend some time looking these up, but the differences that I want you to know is, okay, the difference between contribution and benefit. Some of y'all were having some issues with that. But first, between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA, that's on the back, right? What's the difference? It's when you pay your taxes, right? Okay, so is a Roth IRA tax deferred or not? What does deferred mean? When you get deferred in college, like you apply to a college and you get deferred, right? So you pay later, right? So a Roth is tax deferred. I'm sorry, not tax deferred, because we pay taxes as we're going along. I always feel like I say it backwards. I'm sorry. Roth is not tax deferred. Okay, you pay taxes you're going along, so that you don't have to pay a lump sum at the end. Okay, that's one thing that you need to know. Okay, another thing that you need to know is which retirement plan comes from a private company. And that people might match. So Charles put on here no matching for 403B and 457. The 401k, there is a matching that happens. This one has no matching, but this one has matching. Okay. And it's done through a private company. They'll be like, here's a company that we like to work with. And you put into the 401k, and then your company actually matches that. Okay. Again, you need to know when they do taxes and when they don't do taxes. Defined benefit plan. Defined benefit plan promises specific monthly benefit at retirement. Okay. This is going to include your pension and then Social Security. Okay. Contribution is going to be your 401k, your 403, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Got to know the difference between those two. Okay. A 403b, this is offered by nonprofit like a school. A 403b is offered by a nonprofit, kind of like offered by a school. Okay. For the IRAs, so traditional and Roth, the IRAs, you get that through not your employer and not through the government. Okay. Not through an employer and not through the government, both IRAs. Okay, the rest of them, I don't want to say you don't necessarily need to know, but you don't need to necessarily know like a hard definition for them. Okay. You can spend some time finishing filling this out tomorrow during your digital learning day. Remember, review, because Wednesday you're taking your test. If you are still missing a quiz or a test, you need to get that knocked out. Okay. I'm going to try to update everything by tomorrow, and I'll send out progress reports when I get that done. I graded about half of your quizzes, so I'll get the rest of them done in just a second.